What's happening, guys? Safety Liner C2 here. Let's look at some pictures that y'all submitted. Don't forget that if you have something that you want to submit for these picture videos, lots of lots, bust up for sale, or any one of my videos, you can throw it in the video request form found in the description of any one of my videos. Alright, so we're starting off with this really interesting picture that was submitted by Alex. We're taking a look at a right-hand drive Superior Lodestar. Now, the reason that this is a right-hand drive model is because that this picture was taken in England. Now, the bus, and presumably the tow truck too, were both imported by the Air Force to England and were used on one of the Air Force bases over there. This picture was apparently taken in 1981. This is such a cool picture, and what makes this bus even more unique, aside from it being a right-hand drive bus, is that additional high headroom. Like I said, this is really cool to see, and I would love to see more stuff like this. Next up was this picture submitted by Josiah. I mean, y'all already know. Cypher ISD 2016 Bluebird Vision. I think you all know where I stand on Cypher specs. These are my favorite specs. Full LED, tinted windows, black window posts, dual stop signs. I know you can't see it, but I promise you that they're on there. We got the striped bumper, one of my favorite things that I really miss seeing. And Josiah says that these are mainly used as trip buses now and not commonly found on routes. Just a real quick story I'm sure I've told before, but I was a senior in high school when Cypher ordered these Visions and C2s. And I remember seeing a C2 pass by at some point, and I swear it said Cypher ISD on the side, but I didn't think anything of it because we had been an exclusively international district for decades. So I always kind of doubted seeing that until one day I was walking into school and I saw one of these brand new Visions sitting in the parking lot with Cypher ISD on the side, and I was like, huh, I guess we did get C2s and Visions. Next up, we have a 2008 Handicapped HDX submitted by SC Coachmaster. Apparently, this was a former South Carolina bus that was then bought by a district. Interesting font on there, you normally don't see that. This bus also appears to be fully LED, and it's always interesting seeing a HDX as a handicapped bus, or any Type D for that matter. Also notice the white rims on there. That's not something you see every day. We also have the figure 8 crossing gate. Not my favorite, but oh well. And I'm surprised that the safety liner lettering in the windshield is still intact for a 2008. Normally those are just gone. This picture was submitted by Idigo23. We are looking at bus 4066, a 1988 Thomas International. It has a 7.3 IDI and 4-speed automatic transmission. Apparently it was retired from service in August of 2022 with about 276,000 miles on it, and it was a spare from at least January 2016 onward. This picture was taken in 2022, and to see an S1800 still out on the road even as a spare in 2022 is crazy, but it's so cool. Magnolia kept their buses around for as long as they could, and as an enthusiast, I absolutely love that for obvious reasons. It's a shame the bus is gone now, but I guess you can't keep them around forever. The next picture we're taking a look at was submitted by Ash, who says that this is a Wayne Ford, potentially from 1970. It's been sitting exactly how it is in this picture for over 20 years, not too far from where it was originally used. And right now it's currently being used as storage, but I'm sure that was pretty obvious. Not too much to point out here. We can see that the bus obviously has 4 ways. Also notice that there are arrow turn signals. It appears that the back emergency exit window might have been busted out. It looks like there's just a piece of metal covering it, but this is still a pretty cool find nonetheless. Here we have a 2009 CE300 that was submitted by bus driver 930. It's a 72 passenger bus and has a Max Force DT in it, and it is apparently the oldest bus in the fleet, and it might be retired by 2027. Pretty typical New York bus here, you know, stereotypical New York bus sign. We have the crossing gate up front, dual stop signs, side emergency door. There also appears to be a stop sign camera on the side, and it looks like the bumper has definitely seen better days, but you know, New York, and I'm sure that underside probably looks far worse. Alexander John submitted a picture of this 2024 Vision, again from New York. We have a blue Bluebird logo, meaning that this is a gas-powered bus. a white roof and black hood. I wish that there were black rub rails on here. I just feel like that would work better, but it's New York. Also notice that we have a light above the door and a couple above the windows as well. There's a first light sign, and I still think that the switch to the T3 style roof cap just doesn't work well on Visions. The Vision in the background on the right, that's how it should have been. Take a look at this T3RE that Landon submitted. This is a really nice looking T3RE, if I might say so. Chrome rims, under storage, crossing gate. We have LED turn signals and incandescent warning lights. I would have preferred, either all incandescent or all LED, preferably LED, but that's okay. There's a white roof on there, and again, going back to the roof cap on Bluebirds, I don't like the individual warning light visors on there. I wish that they would have kept the dual warning light visors. It just fits more naturally, in my opinion, but, I guess they're just saving money where they can. We're moving up north to New Brunswick, Canada. Atlas submitted this little lot picture. You can see that there are 5 CEs, 1 C2, and 1 Vision. All of them have black hoods. With the exception of the Vision, no warning light covers, and all appear to have a white roof. Also notice that there are crossing gates on the buses, and at least on the Vision, there is a strobe light. Again, this is a fairly typical Canadian lot. I am glad to see that we have all 3 major buses represented here, though. Benjamin submitted a picture of this 2018 Vision. Now, the first thing I gotta point out is the winterfront on there. I love how Bluebird actually cut out a space for their logo, and it looks decent on there. I don't know, I just had to point that out. We have the fender turn signals, those always look good on Visions. Crossing gate, the bus is plugged in. Black around the warning lights, it appears to be fully incandescent. Also notice that there is a entrance light right next to the door. I think this bus looks fine in my opinion. And the last pictures we're going to take a look at were submitted by Beta, where we have got some Massachusetts CEs. So first off, black hood, that's a pretty typical New England thing. The white roof I am a little bit surprised to see on there. It appears we got full LED on both buses. It is a contractor, and the one thing I got to point out on here is the height. Not how high the bus is, just the fact that it's on there. And I know that contractors write it on the bus at some points, or some of them do, but just right there seems like a weird place to put it. Normally I see it down at the bottom. And just one other quick thing to point out on here, both of these buses have Cummins engines. Taking a look at the back of the bus, again we have full LED. The only thing I need to point out here is just the white background on black text on a yellow school bus. It just does not work for me. I think if you're gonna do something like that, just don't put a background on there. See how it is on the bumper? Like, I think it looks fine just like that. Other than my minor complaints though, these are pretty nice buses. And there you have it. Those are all the buses that I wanted to show off. Don't forget that if you have something that you want to submit for these picture videos, lots of lots, bus stuff for sale, or any one of my videos in general, you can throw it in the video request form found in the description of any one of my videos. And with that, that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I always do appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe right down here. It's a magical white button that says you are now subscribed to Safety Liner C2. Make sure you comment up here, down here, over here, or over here. I don't know where they put down here, where they put it. Make sure you also give this video a thumbs up, or every single school bus in the country is going to have the height written on it. And make sure you also share this video with a friend, show it to your mom, show it to your dad, show it to a guy on a random street. I don't care, don't let anything happen to you. So yeah guys, that's gonna do it for this video. Thanks for watching.